Welcome to today's Yu-Gi-Oh discussion video, where I'm going to record something I wanted to record yesterday, but for whatever reason the Camtasia recorder wasn't working, so I'm doing it today. We are taking a look at the card Illumirage, which is coming out in Breakers of Shadow today in Japan. Alright, Illumirage. A level 3 worm type wind attribute monster, 1600 attack, 1000 defense, and it's a tuner. Its effect is quite interesting. All face-up monsters on the field lose attack and defense equal to their level or rank times 300. Sounds pretty good, and you can really weaken opponents' monsters, and you can get over it with your 1600 attack. No. It doesn't say accept itself. So Illumirage will also lose 300 attack per level, and it's level 3, so it'll lose 3 times 300, 900. It'll be left at 700 attack, unfortunately. However, it's still a tuner, so you can still use it for that. But this can really be major. If your opponent has a level 4 monster that is just slightly stronger, let's say, what do we go with? Shidoskomada in attack position, 1800 attack. It's level 4. Level 4, 4 times 3, 1200. Taking that to 600, Illumirage can take it over. Pretty darn good. It can also really weaken opponents' monsters that are higher. Like the things like Utopia. You won't really see it. Let's say Silent Honor Arc. Silent Honor Arc will also lose 1200 attack due to its rank being 4. It's not just the levels that are lowered; it's also the ranks. Sure, it can still defend itself. Sure, it can still use its effect, but it's weakened, which can be really good. However, to keep that, the weakening the opponent's thing from happening, you need to keep Illumirage in the field, which you need some spells and trap support for, maybe, or some other things that may be even more dangerous that your opponent wants to take on those. I just came up with a possibility. Let's see if that works. Heart of Clear Water. I believe that's an equipped spell that could work here, if I recall correctly. If the equipped monster's attack is 1300 or higher, this card is destroyed. Which it won't, because Illumirage has a continuous effect which immediately applies as soon as it hits the field. It'll be down at 700. The equipped monster with this card is not destroyed as a result of battle or by the effect of a card that targets the monster. You still have normal damage calculation, and it can still be destroyed by card effects such as Mirror Force, Ring of Destruction, things like that. But it can be. But just battle is already good enough. So you first maybe normal summon it, and then next turn you change the defense position. Maybe you'll use it alongside Stumbling to switch to defense, because Illumirage not only decreases the attack, it also decreases the defense. Which, I don't really know how you want to use that in the strategy. I haven't really thought about it too much. But I do want to see what it can be used with. There's some cards that I'm like, those are interesting. I don't have a clear vision yet as to what deck it will be good with, or what strategy will be good with, but I want to see someone come up with something good that works. And Illumirage is one of those cards I want to see work somewhere. Another card that comes to mind is Burden of the Mighty. I'll just look it up right here. Burden of the Mighty, which is a somewhat similar effect. It is a continuous spell card that makes each face-up monster the opponent controls lose 100 attack times its own level. Few things to note. This is only level, not also rank, like with Illumirage. So Xyz monsters aren't affected by Burden of the Mighty. Burden of the Mighty also doesn't affect the defense. It's just attack, and it's just 100 attack times the level, as opposed to Illumirage 300. Now, the reason why in that sense Burden of the Mighty is weaker is because it's harder to deal with. Sure, you have Mystical Space Different to take care of it, but Illumirage, to have its effect active, you need to have it face up, so probably you want to go normal summon it first. Because if you set it, and the opponent attacks into it, 1000 defense? No, 100 defense, because its own effect, and it also affects its own defense. Illumirage is easier to take out generally than Burden of the Mighty. So that's why I feel Illumirage is a bit weaker, a bit stronger with its effect. It's also a tuner, so whenever you want to feel like it, whenever you feel like you can synchro with it, do note that removes Illumirage from the field, therefore its effect is gone, therefore the monsters become stronger again. However, let's say you've used the opponent's weakened monsters to your advantage. You've taken him out, and then it's just your monsters that are weakened. Then you can synchro with it, and the thing is gone, and you can keep attacking with your advantage. You can combine Burden of the Mighty and Illumirage together. So let's say you have the opponent has a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Level 8, 3000 attack. 8 times 300, 2400. Down to 600. Illumirage, with just Illumirage's effect, you can take down a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Or any rank 8 that does that. Let's say Summon Skull, or any level 6 that with 2500. 6 times 300, 1800. Takes him down to 700. Illumirage itself is 700. As you can see, there's quite a lot of monsters that Illumirage can just take out. Because for level 3, 1600 attack is pretty high. So Illumirage can take out quite a few monsters. It can take out level 4s that are under 1900. Level 5s that are under 22. Level 6s that are under 25. And you can keep counting like that, each time adding one level and 300 attack. But if you add on to that Burden of the Mighty, and you assume that you fight something with a level, and not something with a rank, because Burden of the Mighty doesn't affect that, then Illumirage is at 700. But it's the opponent's monsters pretty much lose 400 attack per their level. So where Illumirage is at 700, let's say a level 4 would now lose 1200. A level 4 would lose 1600, 400 times its own level. So instead of having to be lower than 1900, it would have to be lower than 16, lower than 2300, and you could take it out with Illumirage if you have Illumirage on the field together with Burden of the Mighty, and that's all of them. As long as there's a monster with a level in attack position, and you have Illumirage combined with Burden of the Mighty, you're pretty much always going to have to be able to take it out, unless of course that monster is not destroyed by battle or unaffected by spell effects, things like that. But the combination of the two probably could do something pretty cool. Tips. Let's see. We don't have trivia yet. Besides, maybe does it look like something? It reminds me just very slightly of Inari Fire, but that's about it. Come on, tips. It's loading so slowly. Come on. What can I do to keep people entertained? I don't know. If these tips, these tips don't load soon, we're just gonna end the video here. So I guess I'll just sign off now, and then we'll maybe see the tips in a bit. I hope you enjoyed the discussion video. Let me know what cards you'd like me to look at. Because there's deck requests, and like I write all of those down and try to do them in order. Everything else, and deck profiles. The rest, if I get requests, I just remember them, and maybe just look back at some videos or status updates on DNF that ask for requests, and then I just choose one of them, possibly. What card would you like me to discuss? It could be a really useless card, just for a fun video, or a really competitive card, such as Satellanite Deneb, or something that's about to be released, such as Illumirage, or something else crazy that you just want to know something about. I don't know, Montage Dragon. Could be. Just let me know what card you would like to see me discuss, and I may just get to that in the next Yu-Gi discussion video. That was it for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.